Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Wraith Roland here, and in this video I will be demonstrating an alternate method for dodging lightning in Final Fantasy X. Now, what separates this video from any other videos that you've seen on YouTube about lightning dodging is that this can actually be performed during the main story. At this point in the story, you don't have any access to No Encounter's equipment, and with the other methods that you've seen on YouTube, you're running around in circles so much that you end up getting into more random battles than you actually do lightning strikes. And so the point of this video is to demonstrate a relatively effective way to dodge the lightning while taking as few steps as possible. Because you don't want to have this happen to you right out of a battle. Sometimes you get those lightning strikes right after a battle, it's undodgeable, it just happens, and unfortunately there's nothing you can do about it. This happened 3 dodges away from getting the reward that I wanted to get. Thankfully I was on an emulator and I could just reload the last save state, which was about a couple of seconds beforehand, and I was able to react to it before it happened. So on my way to being where you're supposed to be, I just want to say that I strongly recommend that you do not use this method during the main story to get the Venus Sigil for Lulu, as it is not the most effective way. You're better off doing it after you beat the game, when you have the No Encounters ability. Mostly because it just takes too long. This method it's not as effective for that. What I am going to be using it for is to get the 3 strength spheres at 50 bolts in a row, because that's going to help you later on in the game. We'll demonstrate that a little bit later. But here's where you need to be. For any of you that have seen any of the other YouTube videos demonstrating lightning dodging, this is actually the same location. And the method is actually not too much different. I will be just essentially standing in the crater waiting for the lightning to strike. I will dodge it, and instead of running around in a circle, I will walk right back up to it. Now you'll see I'm going to fail almost immediately here, but you see as soon as I walked back up there it struck right away. So you wait here, wait for the lightning to strike, and then you walk right back up to it and you dodge it again. Now when you walk back up to it again, this is what differentiates it, is you don't actually get that strike right away. You do have to wait for it. But you get it immediately again afterward every single time. So you get 2 lightning bolts in rapid succession, and it's actually relatively the same amount of time. You can notice it's about 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds that you have to wait. So once you get into a groove, you probably won't be able to do it very effectively right away, as it does require a lot of concentration, just like it always does. But you'll notice that it is very consistent. It happens about the same amount of time each time, like I said, about 3 or 4 seconds. So you can kind of anticipate when it's going to happen. You just stare at it, you wait for that flash, don't do it any moment beforehand or you are going to get struck down. So highly recommend that. I'm going to show another segment here. I'll probably speed it up a little bit so you can kind of get an idea. Unfortunately I don't have any game audio, so you will have to just watch it kind of in silence. So, as you can see, I got about 14 lightning dodges there. I had 8 the battle before that, so that's 22 lightning dodges that I've gotten, and this is only the 2nd battle that I've come across, so almost halfway there. And I actually end up getting only 2 more battles afterward. So I will get to the last couple for you, and then I will demonstrate just how much more powerful you can get with those 3 strength spheres. So this is right after the 4th battle that I come across. I had 47 dodges. That would be the 48th one there. I actually ended up getting a battle right in between the first and second strike in a row like that. That can actually happen. I demonstrated what happened in the beginning of this video, that I got struck down right away, right after that battle. I wasn't anticipating it. So that actually can happen. What I'm doing here is I'm just getting a few extra dodges here. I highly recommend that. I got about, I think, 54 or 55 dodges here before I decided I was going to go and actually claim my rewards. That is highly recommended. You never know. You could miscount. There's something that could have happened. Who knows? I've had a couple of glitches before where I haven't gotten it. So I will meet you right at the chest. So we've arrived at the chest. It is parked right outside of the rest area in the middle of the Thunder Plain, and this is where we claim our wonderful rewards. You do have to open it every single time for each individual reward, as there are a few rewards before you actually get the strength spheres. The first one's the Ether, just for the introduction for it. 5 lightning bolts in a row, you get 2x potions. The next reward is going to be 10 lightning bolts in a row, where you get 2 mega potions. Not really that great. You don't actually start getting anything of use until the 20 lightning bolts in a row, in which you get 2 MP spheres, which can be really good for Titus, as he uses up a lot of MP using haste and such. But this is the big one here. 50 lightning bolts in a row, you get 3 strength spheres. Now, if you don't already know, when you get a stat sphere like this, you get the maximum amount of stats that you can get with that sphere. Like with an HP sphere, you get 300 health. With any of these kind of main stat spheres here, you get +4 in that stat. So these 3 strength spheres can actually give somebody 12 strength that they wouldn't have normally had before. Now I give these to Arin. It almost triples his damage and can make him an unstoppable machine. And so this really, in a game here where a lot of the bosses are really tough, you spend hours and hours grinding and leveling in certain areas, and it can be really tedious, especially the second, third time around in the game, where you don't want to have to spend all that time doing it. Here, the whole process of doing this and claiming your rewards is probably about 10 or 15 minutes, as long as you don't actually fail at all. If you mess up a couple of times, it could take maybe up to an hour, but this really saves a lot of time. And here I will be demonstrating the effects of these 3 strength spheres on Arin. I'm going to go into a battle here, and I'm going to show you the amount of damage that he does at first. So this is before any of the strength spheres, and I'm just going to go through the battle like normal. You can kind of get an idea of exactly how much damage he's going to be doing. So attack here, do 699 damage, which is already overkill. Now this is with the 4 strength that he got from the Blitzball tournament. So he's already more powerful than he normally would be. So here I'm going to apply the 3 strength spheres. I leveled them up enough so I can actually get to 3 empty nodes here. I'm going to put the strength sphere here, and I'll put one right above one as well. Arin started with 28 strength before I did this. So a little bit of magic defense here, not really useful, but I did it anyway. Not quite sure why. But here, get the 3rd one down, with the power sphere there. So now he's got 40 strength, and he is ready to rock this world. So I'm going to go around, get into another battle. Got fortunate enough, I got the exact same trio of enemies. Just kind of cool. I'm already well prepared for this. Titus takes out the lizard, Waka takes out the imp, and then Arin takes out the big dragon dude. So 699 damage before, and now he does a whole whopping 1,890 now, and that was actually not a crit. If he had gotten a crit there, he would have been well into the 3,500, 3,600 range. So that's the effect that the strength spheres can have. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I really hope you guys can figure this out and do it this way, because you save a lot of time in training. You will probably never have to spend any more time training again. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.